All right, today we're going to be preaching about, we're going to be combining my sermon with his sermon.
So,
and the first one I'm going to say is, I'm going to go ahead, or do you want to go?
it's up to you.
I'll go. So in Genesis it says that, in these movies they're saying and lying about, and they're taking bits and pieces out of the Bible and lying about them. They're saying this never happened. This never happened when it did, and this happened when it didn't. And that's what that's what Eve said. She literally said. She said that in Genesis 3 or 4, I think it was 4, she was talking to the serpent. This serpent the serpent was talking to her and said, "Is it true? Did God say that you can eat you can't eat out of any fruit in the garden?" Then Eve said, "No, you can eat out of any fruit in the garden except for the tree that gives you knowledge of good and evil." He said, "You must not eat out of that tree. You must not even touch it." Did God say that? No. And Adam was right with Eve. Instead of correcting her, she went right along with her. And serpent, right in here?
Oh, I am.
And then Eve just lied like the serpent. And it says that you must, Genesis 1, 2, or 3, it says that you must.
My thing broke off.
You must not eat out of the tree or you die this day. But God never said that you must not touch it. God said that. And if Eve would have never done that, evil would have never came out of the world. But is that true? We don't know yet. Because the serpent is lying to Eve. And that's what we call evil. So would there be evil if Eve picked that out already, or no? And then macroevolution. I want to expose this for a second. So people who believe in macroevolution, they say that two rocks hit one rock, boom, there was an explosion, boom, there was the earth. And then there was a seed that went to insect to cat to dog. And then a dog and cat made it and had a child. Put a dog and cat right now, one of them die. So that's one thing how I'm going to expose them. And the second one is that, where did the rocks come from if everything else was invented? Where did the rocks come from? Where did the rocks come from? Because there has to be something has to be created. That has to be created before macroevolution. That's how I want to expose it. And then another thing, this is the last one, is atheists or anything else, instead of turning to God, they'll go get gay, they'll go get on drugs, they'll go drink, they'll go party, they'll go do something else. Something else except for God. They'll say, wait, God's just silly. So I'm going to go into drinking. How is drinking going to help you? It's just going to get you drunk, and then you're going to go on and do something worse than you are. And people need to ask themselves in macroevolution, wait, why am I holding on to this such a belief? Why? Ask yourself that if you guys believe in macroevolution. Your turn, right?
Okay. So, the first thing I want to talk about is in John, I'm pretty sure. it says, "Do not be afraid, it's Isaiah 43:1. I'm pretty sure, something like that. So do not be afraid, for I have redeemed you." So that's basically saying something like, I'd say I was in like a scary basement. Then and the devil's saying, "Ooh, a ghost is about to sneak up behind you." Then God is saying, "Do not be afraid, for I have redeemed you."
Yeah, exactly. Especially with this pandemic going around and saying that and getting all these fear tactics on you and trying to control you and get your mind and get you. So that's a thing that Brighton scripture is also saying. We cannot be afraid of this pandemic.
Also in John 15 it says, "I am leaving you with a gift of peace in a heart, of peace in mind and a heart. And the peace will give you instant like peace of the world, so you will not be troubled or afraid." So what that means is, like you need to have peace in your heart when, say you're getting robbed. Like I'm not saying you are. I'm just this is the scenario. And you gotta have peace in your heart when that's happening, and you will not be troubled and be like, because most people that don't have peace in their heart, if they're getting robbed, they'll be like, "Oh no, please," and then they'll die.
Yeah, like another example, like how the three guys they were supposed to worship this statue, but they didn't worship it, so they got thrown into this furnace. But they had peace in their hearts, so did they die? No, they did not die. They even saw a fourth person walking around with them, and
it was Jesus.
And the furnace was so freaking hot. Literally, the guards turned into ashes because they were dead, because they died.
Okay, let's talk about Genesis. Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Not evolution. God created the heavens and the earth. And God, and this might sound very confusing if you think about it, but God created, He was always there. Like, if you think about that, it's so confusing.
It's very hard to believe because everybody that's on this planet right now is all time eternal. And they were born at some point in time.
Yeah.
Some point in time. But God has been, not even for a million years, He's been more than that. He's not time eternal. It's very hard for me to understand that.
And kind of everyone.
Everyone in this world, except for the people that just don't believe in it. And
no one knows that answer.
Nobody knows the answer.
Like about God. So let's keep reading. The earth was empty, formless, mass clocked. In the darkness, the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface. When God said, "Let there be light," there was light. So all He had to do is say, "Let there be light," and the sun came. So yeah, like He's like, He can snap and make everything disappear, and He can snap and make everything reappear. That He is the world's most powerful thing, and He created the world.
Yeah, and another thing, I've been Christian for almost my whole life right now, and I've had to ask God, I had to ask my parents questions. If God knows the future, why would He create Adam and Eve in this world? And if He knew there would be evil in this world? Again, God was giving them a chance to turn around and worship God.
Let's take a look at Psalm 91, and this will be my last verse probably. Verse 1 through 10. Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find the rest in the shadow of Almighty. This I declare of the Lord. He is alone as my refuge place safety. He is my God, and I am trusting Him for He will rescue for every trap and protect you will faithfully have a play. That's not all of it. I'm just gonna probably wrap it up. It's been 2 minutes.
Yeah.
See you guys in the next sermon. Bye.